Well, I don't know what happened, but I'm showing a 25-minute delay here. I'm on 65 South, just probably about 15 miles north of Nashville, on my way to Georgia. Can't be good though. Yeah, and I saw this delay coming because I have the live traffic, the GPS connected to my phone. So I saw this coming a while back, and then I also saw they said there's another accident on 24 East, which is what all hit coming out of Nashville to go down towards Chattanooga. So could hit another delay there. Hopefully that one's getting cleaned up by the time we get through this. Started raining pretty bad about 30 miles back. When we get up to whatever it is, I'll try to get it on here. I don't know. I didn't see anything back there. We're good 10 miles down the road from where I was, and it sped up. Now we're here. As you can see the sign there, 24 and 65. So I don't know what the delay was on the first delay, but this obviously is related to the accident on 24, it seems. So I don't know. There was nothing I could show you for the first delay. If I see anything for this one, then I'll try to get it on there. Well, I was just listening to the local radio station, and they said that there's a car turned backwards, and like right at the interchange to where you're going to be getting on 24 East, which is about 5.5 miles from here. So it looks like we could be slow for a minute. Well, I guess that's it right there. Oh, that's not good, is it? Well, I guess that's what it was. Anyway, how you been, YouTube?
Continue on I-24.
Oh, we're slow again. Slow again, actually getting on 24. See it backed up there already. Boy. Anyway, YouTube, again, how you been? Been a minute since I made a video. Just been busy and resting and whatnot. Been doing life. But now that we're through that mess, hopefully we're clear at least for a while until we get down near Atlanta, and then we'll be hitting bumper to bumper again. So, anyway, let's get down to Georgia. Pit stop. like I said, as soon as you get near Atlanta, just bumper to bumper. It don't even seem to matter what time either, unless you're hitting it middle of the night or super early in the morning. Just any time, this is what you get. But that's what you gotta do. I'm at this pilot in Madison, Georgia. This is actually the third time I've stayed at this same pilot, so nice to go to a place you know. On Tuesday, I had a pickup in a super shorty, picking up in Indianapolis and going over to Fort Wayne, Indiana. From Fort Wayne, I was moving over to Logansport for a pickup going to Tennessee. Can't remember exactly where that was going.
Idiot!
I remember it was between Nashville and Memphis. I was on my way over to get that load, and they ended up adding another skid onto it, so I couldn't do it. That's one thing I want to point out. You want the longest and tallest you can find. So in the Transit, it would be the 350, but I have the 250, so I can hold 2 skids. That's the downfall of this van, but it hasn't stopped me from staying busy, because most loads are going to be less than 3 skids. One thing, hold on a second, I got a phone call. So what I was saying was, I can hold 2 skids in this van, and that most of the loads are going to be less than 3 skids, but as I was saying, whether or not that's what the broker's asking for is another story. So it could actually only be a 2 skid, 1 skid even load, but they're saying you need to have this much room available, such and such dimensions available. I found that out from talking to dispatch and stuff like that, but also Alan talked about that, Everything Apex, he talked about that in one of his videos. But in general, most loads are less than 3 skids, but you want to have the ability to carry 3s. But as I was saying, I was on my way over to Logansport to pick up that load that was going to Tennessee, but they called and said that they added another skid to it, so I couldn't do it. So I stopped where I was, and I ended up stopping around Peru, Indiana, but then got a load that was picking up in Franklin, Indiana, that was going over to Ohio to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. By the time I got it picked up, I think it was 4 or 5 o'clock, and so I was going to go home. But where it was going in Ohio is about, I don't know, 3 hours from my house. Can't remember the city where it was going in Ohio. It was like northeast Ohio or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, squirrel, right? But ended up that it was going to be best for me to just go ahead and go over there and stay near the delivery point and stay there and get some sleep, because I get more sleep that way. So that's what I did. I ended up leaving the house at 7 something that night and just go ahead and getting over there and getting situated. And of course I didn't get right to bed whenever I got there. Ended up getting up at like 4:45. I was 45 minutes from the delivery point, so I had to get up early and then get over there. So from there, they had already had another pickup set for the day to pick up at noon, going down to Georgetown, Kentucky. So it's several shorties in a row, which is, it's fine with me as long as I'm making enough money, right? I get that one delivered that morning, go over near the next pickup, which was less than an hour away. I went over near there at a Love's and laid down and tried to sleep, and I just couldn't do it. And so I ended up going to the pickup, getting there early, supposed to be picking up at noon. I got over there at like 10:30, something like that. And that ends up being a dry run. You never like a dry run. You obviously always want this to work like as it should, right? But it's expediting, and this happens. So I ended up going back to the Love's, which it was less than 5 miles from that pickup. Ended up getting a pickup from a Trenton. Is it Trenton?
Idiot.
Maybe it was Trenton. Ended up being about an hour south of me. Picked up around 4:30ish and delivered over to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. So that puts me about 2 hours from my house. It's about an hour south of Louisville. I needed to get a jacket and stuff because I haven't had anything with me and it's getting colder. Went home, ended up getting home around maybe around 11, something like that. What ended up happening was it was after midnight. Dispatch calls me and said that there was a carrier that we had got because we didn't have any vans around that was supposed to pick that up, that was going to do a load for us, and they didn't. Well, they showed up, but I guess they didn't wait long enough and they left. I live 2 minutes from that pickup. Dispatch called and asked if I would be able to pick this up and take it down to Monroe, and I was like, no, it's fine, but I have to sleep. I was not going to be able to drive it straight through. So what we ended up doing was me picking it up, going back home, sleeping, ended up leaving the house. It was just after 5. So I got less than 4 hours sleep at the end of the day again. And then drove the load down here and dropped it off. And I told him, I said, so I don't want to get anything else last night. I don't want to get anything else. Just start to look for me something in the morning. I need to be able to, because I'm gonna get it dropped off, and then I'm gonna go up here to the pilot, and I'm not gonna go to sleep right away. It's just not the way I work, and it just wouldn't work out. The best thing was I was gonna get here, do some things I had to do, and then sleep all night and be ready and fresh in the morning, and that's what we ended up doing. That's what happened on this load, and that's how I ended up getting it. So that's where we are. Went all over the place here and got a phone call from my brother and went off on different subjects in that phone call and coming back to this one. Hopefully it's makes some sort of sense. Anyway, now that guy's done blabbering, no, it didn't make any sense at all, by the way. So
Idiot.
I don't know why you guys subscribe to this guy. Hey girl, it's a good girl. All right, so I had somebody ask it was in one of the videos, I don't know, I saw the comment. Had somebody ask who I was leased on to, and it is AM/PM Express. It's actually a local expediter, but try to get a wider picture here, or a wider view. They're smaller, but they've been around a long time. Been around since 1995. Yeah, this van is dirty, by the way. Look at this. Who does that? Can you even see that? You see the jeez. This freaking guy. Anyway, guys, that's probably gonna do it for this video. I know, wasn't much to it. Just some guy blabbering about a bunch of nothing, it seemed like. It's actually Sunday now. That video was on, or that part of the video was on, what was that, Friday? So you guys take care of each other out there. God bless.